Hi everybody, and welcome to our Fox 47 Neighborhood Games of the Week. We're so happy you're with us tonight on this special Thursday edition of our Fox 47 Neighborhood Games of the Week. Over the next 15 minutes, we'll get around 5 games around your neighborhood as we are Mid-Michigan's first 10 p.m. high school football show. We're here at DeWitt High School. DeWitt and Mason in week 2 might be the biggest game of the year. These two teams, both in Division III, both have made it to the state semifinals of last year, and they clashed here in DeWitt tonight. DeWitt hosting Mason. Both teams coming into this one 1-0, and we know how big of a game this one will be. Panthers driving early, but the Mason defense comes up big. Connor Oskupik recovers the fumble, and that would set the Bulldogs up with great field position. Kason Carswell, we know he can do it with his arm. Shows he can do it with his legs as well. Gets in for 6. That would be our first score of the game. Then later, A.J. Martell. He's dangerous in space. Driven all the way back to his 8-yard line to receive the punt, and then he does this. Down the sideline, blockers in front, and then nothing but green grass. A 92-yard punt return. DeWitt goes up 13-0 early. More from Mason and more from this Mason offense. Carswell in the air finds Baker. He goes in for 6, and just like that, it's 20-0. We head to the second quarter. More A.J. Martell, more of this Bulldogs offense. 3 yards out, he punches it in. Mason would go up 35-0 as we're going to see Kason Carswell with another passing TD, hooking up with another one of his teammates in the end zone. 35-0 midway through the second quarter. But then DeWitt would get on the board a little bit. Elliot Larner finds his brother, Abram Larner. He's able to squeeze his way in from 9 yards out, and it's 35-7. But you just couldn't stop this guy. A.J. Martell all night long, bobbing and weaving his way back. Again, nothing but green grass. Crosses line. Pater for him. 37 yards, his 3rd touchdown of the night. But it was just too much Mason all night long. Martell, Carswell, and the supporting cast just so good. They go on to win big, 42-23. And Gary Houghton's famous celebrations. The Bulldogs win big.
You know, with the added pressure that these kids are under this week, I am so proud of them. DeWitt is an outstanding team. They will make a long playoff run. There's no doubt in my mind. They're very talented, and we're very fortunate to win this game. And I'm just proud of our kids' effort and execution tonight.
We're a solid team. We believe in each other. It doesn't matter. Obviously, it's a good team. Weird scoreboard, big crowd, but it doesn't matter. If we have each other, we're focused on each other, and we can do pretty much anything.
So Mason wins it 42-23, your final. As you look at the two big performers, A.J. Martell, 3 touchdowns tonight, 2 on the ground, and then you saw it there, the long 92-yard punt return. That might be play of the night, at least worthy of it. And then Kason Carswell as well. He had 1 rushing touchdown, 2 through the air. A big night from the junior quarterback, and just a big night overall for the Bulldogs. They go on to win 42-23. Hey, we got a lot more games going around your area tonight. Mason won here, and then we had Lansing Catholic and Lansing Sexton. Those two teams met a year ago. Catholic took care of business then. The CAAC White with the expanded conference, 8 games. So week 2 starts conference play. Hannah Macri was in Lansing and has your highlights.
It was a beautiful night for high school football as Lansing Catholic took on JW Sexton. Both teams entered the matchup 1-0, however only one would leave 2-0. Let's take a look.
And a battle it was. Both teams were neck and neck going into the half, 22-20 Sexton. The third quarter would prove to be electric for the J-Dubs. Jeff Hudson started off the spark, receiving a touchdown just after the 6-minute mark. The offense would rally behind him for the extra point and push their lead to 10 points. Sexton quarterback Joseph Pizzo ran into the end zone for the 2nd touchdown in the quarter.
However, Lansing Catholic wouldn't give up, blocking the J-Dubs kick for the extra point.
And linebacker DeQuarius Jones put the wheels on, recovering a Lansing Catholic fumble and taking it to the house. The J-Dubs would prove their bark was just as strong as their bite, defeating Lansing Catholic 48-20. Another Thursday night battle, Jackson Vikings versus Waverly Warriors. with Jackson making their way into the end zone first. Samaj Gatewood worked his way into the end zone, but they couldn't put away the extra point and ended the first quarter 6-0. The second quarter is where things fired up. Senior Connor Bush with a QB sneak for Jackson and fighting their way for the extra point, 14-0. Warriors then took charge, cutting the lead in half with a long run from Lawrence Todd. However, they wouldn't be able to keep the momentum going, and the final score of that matchup was 33-13 Jackson.
Back to Thomas and DeWitt.
Thanks, Hannah. After last week's tornado struck in Williamston, the Hornets did a really cool thing before tonight's game. Williamston honoring all of its first responders who came out to help, whether it was firefighters, policemen, ambulance, all the people that helped and respond in the tornado. As you can see on our screen, we have our firefighters, ambulance workers, police officers all honored before the game. Awesome to see that. The Hornets took on Penfield in their first home game of the year. Williamston went on to beat Battle Creek Penfield 35-7. As we take a look at some other scores from around the area tonight, Hudsonville and East Lansing squaring off, and Hudsonville gets the best of the Trojans 23-12. East Lansing now 0-2 on the season, 2 close games. Hazlitt rebounds from their week 1 loss against DeWitt right here on this field. They knock off Fenton 41-25. Big night for Nakia Mockery and a big win for them. We have to take a quick break here on the Fox 47 Neighborhood Games of the Week, but when we come back, we'll head out to Grand Ledge, plus a trip down to Olivet as Eagles take on the Raiders of Portland. Welcome back to our Fox 47 Neighborhood Games of the Week. Thanks so much for sticking with us here. We're only halfway through CAAC White Expanded Division. Lansing Catholic lost earlier tonight. They're a perennial power. Portland also a perennial power. They took on newcomer Olivet, who's also been really good over the years. Travis Hicks was in Portland tonight and has our highlights.
Thanks, Thomas. Olivet's first conference game did not go as planned, losing to Portland 44-7. Portland's run game was fantastic from start to finish. They were able to take control of the game early. Now let's take a look at the highlights.
Dominic Novara hands the ball off to Barrett Brennan as he gets a monster first down, getting into Olivet territory in the red zone. 2 plays later, Portland fumbles the ball, giving it back to Olivet, but Patrick Priceman can't handle the ball, losing it in the back of the end zone to give Portland a 37-0 lead. It does not take Portland very long to get back in the end zone. As the run game has been working the whole day, Isaac Kramer finds the end zone to give them a 44-0 lead. Olivet would avoid the shutout as Patrick Priceman finds the end zone to make it 44-7. Portland will hold on to win the game to improve to 2-0. They've now allowed a total of just 13 points through the first 2 games. Now time to switch gears to our next game. And what a game it was. Grand Ledge hosting Battle Creek Lakeview. Battle Creek Lakeview scores on their first possession of the game as Jacob Kohendrick finds the end zone to give them a 7-0 lead. And Grand Ledge strikes right back as Preston Bonet catches a dime and finds his way to the end zone to tie the game at 7 apiece. Now, with the game tied at 14 apiece, Jameson Padden throws a beauty in the back of the end zone to give Grand Ledge a 21-14 lead, and they would hold on to win the game 56-28 to start off the season 2-0. Reporting, Travis Hicks, Fox 47 Sports.
Thanks, Travis. As we take a look at more scores from around the area, Charlotte, Blanken, Lakewood, Odessa, another CAAC white team. Charlotte with 9 wins a year ago. The Orioles looking good so far this year. And then Ionia knocking off Eaton Rapids. That was a big win. PW also knocking off Bath. They get a big win as well. And then Lumen Christi moves to 2-0. They continue to dominate, knocking off Decatur. Again, a lot of teams that we expect to win, winning. A lot of teams, you know, they do their thing each and every week, doing their thing. All right, each week here on the Fox 47 Neighborhood Games of the Week, we're going to have a play and team of the week. We did it last week. We're going to do it once again. Our play of the week, well, we talked about it earlier. We just hinted at it. It's going to be A.J. Martell, the Mason punt returner, running back, do it all, man. He had 3 touchdowns tonight. The 92-yard punt and return touchdown, yeah, that'll do it. DeWitt thought they had him, and then he scoots right down the sideline, scoots right into the end zone. That was huge. 3 touchdowns for him tonight, that punt return, and then had 2 on the ground as well. Our team of the night, well, that one also pretty self-explanatory. Mason winning big. They win 42-23 and absolutely really dominate. Got up 35-0 in the first half. DeWitt made a little bit of a surge, coming back, making it at least respectable, but then Mason, just too much. Mason made it to the Division III state semifinals a year ago, and they're 2-0 so far. 2 big-time wins, knocking off Holt, and then coming here to DeWitt and knocking off the Panthers. So DeWitt moves to 1-1. As we wrap up here on the Fox 47 Neighborhood Games of the Week. Thanks so much for joining us. We had such a blast. Got across 5 games tonight. This kicks off the season, and then Michigan State starts tomorrow night as well. So football in full swing. We'll be with you all season long, each and every week from our Neighborhood Games of the Week. Thanks so much to everybody involved for making this happen from our Fox 47 studios. Our reporter's out, and Josh Carter behind the camera. He's the man behind the camera. So thanks so much for joining us, and have a great night.